Hi, my name's Patrick, and today I'm going to quickly show you how to use our new template feature for businesses. First, I'm going to start by using this thank you card here and have a quick look at a card I've been working on already. What I'm going to do though is I quite like this card. I want to make it a template so that I can keep reusing this particular wording that I've got. I'm going to quickly show you how you can do that. As you can imagine, it's not always going to be Jonathan that I want to send a card to. So what I'm going to do is change the name there. I'm going to use the curly open brackets. If I use that twice and write the word name and then close that, that will actually allow us, when we save it as a template, to automatically replace that particular area of the card. One of the things I also want to do, which is quite cool, is I'm going to use a custom doodle here to add my signature. So my signature's over here. I'm just going to drag that down onto the card and just put it under my name there like that. Now, if I want to save this, I'm just having a quick look through here. Everything else is kind of as I want it to be. I can save that as a pretty basic template. So if I hit save, and it's identified that I've added that name field. So it says the following replacement fields were found in the template. So it's got the .name there to reassure me that it's found that. And I'm going to give this a name. So I'm just going to call it template and save that. So now when I come back in, let's imagine that I've come back into this page sometime later and I want to use that template again. I would just go back into the card that I want to use it with, which is the same thank you card. Come in and now you can see it's blank in here. If I then go apply, I can actually choose this template that I've created, which I called template. Maybe a bit confusing, but that's what I've called it. And this will apply to any landscape card that I choose. So if I just hit plus and replace, because there's nothing in there at the moment, but I'm just going to replace what's there. I'm prompted to replace the name. So in this instance, I'm going to make it the name Jenny. So I just put in Jenny there. So it's just replacing that field that we left in. And if I hit that, it automatically changes that bit of text with Jenny. Now that's quite cool. My signature's there. Everything's there sort of as I had it before. So I could just basically do that one click and then continue and add in my address and choose all the other things that I need to do to send off the card. But what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to actually take this template sort of to the next level. I'm going to add a few different variables to it. So I'm going to go back. You can create a template off any card that you're working on. So that includes this template that I've already been using. So I've applied it. It's just now a regular card. So I'm going to go back and replace Jenny again with, as I said, open brackets. So two open brackets are the curly brackets. And then I write name again. And then I'll close that with the same two on the other end. So that'll do the same thing as before. But what I'm going to do is just go a little bit further. So I'm going to make this a bit more contextual. So I want to allude to the day that we met last week. So this is a card that I would send in response to having a meeting with someone. So a preliminary discussion. I think it's a nice thing to be able to send a personalised card to that person after I've done that without, chasing him up on the phone or what have you. I might still do that at a later point, but this is just a nice sort of warm intro. So instead of saying last week, I might just change the week there, open brackets, again, those two open curly brackets, and I'm going to put day of week. You'll note there's no spacing. You need to make it all one flow of text, and then close that. So my intention there is to replace day of week with the actual day that we met. So now I'm saying it was great to meet you and discuss how Pied Piper could help your business. Your business sounds a bit, generic. So I'm going to replace your business and I'm going to put those open brackets to start again. And I'm going to put business name in here. Again, no space between the word business and name, and then close it with another set of curly brackets on the end. So the intent there is I'm going to replace that with the actual business name of the person that I met with. So I keep going here. We're really excited to help improve your data storage processes and give you much more efficiency than your current provider. That's fine. There's nothing in there that I want to change contextually, so I'm going to leave that bit. We're so confident that you'll love it that I'd like to offer you a 30-day free trial. Now, perhaps that 30-day is a variable as well. Maybe I would offer more. So again, I'm just going to open with 2 curly brackets, and I'm going to put offer days, all one word, and then close that with 2 more curly brackets. You'll note that these have squiggly red lines underneath them because they're not correctly spelled, but for our purposes, they're absolutely fine. So now that's going to ask me to change that from 30 to 60, 100 days, whatever it might be that is suitable for this particular trial based on the size of the business or what have you. So that's now a variable text as well. But I'd also like to make this usable for anyone in the company. So I'm going to change my phone number as well. So I'm going to copy that out there, or highlight that bit, and open brackets and put phone number, and close that. And because I'm now making it available for everyone, I'm going to get rid of my signature, and I'm going to change the name here to your name. So open curly brackets, your name, so that the person who comes to use it next knows what they're doing. All right, so I've now got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 variables in this one little basic card here. But as you'll see, that's going to become a lot more contextual, and it just makes the card that more meaningful, and it won't look as generic as maybe it did before. So again, I'll just go into templates, and I'm going to hit save. And as we've put all those open brackets in there, it's now picked up that name, day of week, business name, offer days, phone number, and your name are variable fields that can be replaced. I'm going to call it template 2. And go ahead and save that. Cool. So we're now back again. Let's just imagine that someone else is now signed in and is about to use that same thank you card. They come in, they've been advised that there is actually a template that they can use for thank you cards. So they could go up to template and hit apply, and now choose template 2. And in choosing template 2, we're just going to replace again. You get prompted with a bunch more variable fields. So let's assume we're still sending it to Jenny. So put Jenny in there. The day of the week we met, Jenny and I met last Tuesday, so I'm going to put Tuesday in there. Her business name, she actually works at Cardly, so put Cardly in here. If I can spell. D-L-Y. And I'm going to put the offer days. Cardly's an aspiring young business, so we're going to offer them 60 offer days. And the phone number, I'm just going to put any old number in here, 11222. So that's this guy's John. So John is sending the card, and that's John's phone number. So we then so we've got all the fields now filled out, and just hit fill. And it's now got, hi Jenny, that we met meeting last Tuesday. It's great to meet you and discuss how we could help Cardly. We're really excited to help improve your starter storage. All that stuff's the same. The offer days has changed to 60 days, and the phone number is now changed to John's phone number. Now, if John was set up, he would also be able to possibly drop in his signature in there as well, and then get the same effect as what I had when I first started. Of course, there could be a template created specifically for John, and that he wouldn't have to drag that in. That would actually just be saved. So just to show you that again, so let's imagine that this was my one. I would just come in, and if I hit apply template and I apply that first one and replace, I've got to put in the name again, so it's just Jenny, and fill, it puts my signature back in. So in that case, it can be part of the template, and other doodles could be part of the template as well. So anyway, that's how you use templates. Everything from there is just as per normal, but you can create, as you can see, a card and get the context and all of that in there really quickly. And we can even help to a CSV import if you want to send a whole bunch of these cards in one go. If you have any questions, please give us a shout.